Okay, so this is going to be my review of Black Butler Book of Circus. Now, Black Butler Book of Circus is a new Black Butler series that's supposed to take place during Series 1. It's like one of the interconnecting chapters, and I gotta say, this was really good. It's a 10-part miniseries. You can see the series on Funimation.com. You don't have to pay for anything. You can go there. It is still subbed, so, you know, just letting you know, you're going to have to read some subtitles. Just letting you know right now. So, the whole series in and of itself is a lot darker than Black Butler. Now, don't get me wrong, Black Butler is a dark series, but it did have its moments of levity. This, straight up right here, was a much darker series than, you know, the Black Butler series in and of itself. And from what I understand, I've never read the manga, but from what I understand, the Black Butler manga is incredibly dark. It is an incredibly dark series. Now, I am going to spoil some minor things, but I feel like you have to. It's a show you have to watch for yourself. That's the thing. Like, I normally do go out and spoil the shit out of a lot of shows, but I feel like this is something you have to watch for yourself and judge it for yourself, because there are some things in here that just made me go. This kind of made me feel like, wow, that happened, and not in a bad way, but it was more like, man, that just happened. That's more what I should say. So the series is pretty much, the story is that Ciel and Sebastian are going out to find, on the Queen's behalf, these missing children, and they think it's being linked to this circus. So what they do is pose as a pair of runaway servants and become part of the circus. And yeah, that's the story. Now, the circus characters in of themselves are very cool. You've got Joker, you've got Dagger, Beast, Peter and Wendy. You've got a few characters, and all of them have these prosthetic limbs. And there is a very gut-wrenching backstory of how these other limbs worked and how it all came to be. It's very sad. And the backstories for these characters and how it kind of it also ties in with how it also ties in with Ciel's backstory. Most of you guys know that Ciel was sold into slavery, and he had a shit life, and his life got so down that's when Sebastian came and made the deal with him. This harkens very much back to a lot of that. You could say that Black Butler Book of Circus is like you could call it Black Butler's Secret Origins. That's the best way you could say what it is Black Butler's Secret Origins. And the characters, you don't hate the villains. That's the thing. Well, actually, no. You hate the villain that's manipulating everything, Lord Kelvin. He is a real bastard. He is you're really glad to see him get killed off. I'm not going to say how he gets killed off, but it is you feel kind of satisfied in a sick kind of way. But the characters like Joker and, you know, Dagger and the others, when they get killed off, it's very kind of sad, because these people were the street rats of London. And Kelvin took them in and made them into gave them these prosthetic parts, and hence why, and the whole reason behind of why the circus is kidnapping children. It's kind of sad and disgusting at the same time. It's very sad and disgusting. And how Ciel deals with the problem, oh my god, you will look at Ciel and be like, you did that. You just did that. Oh my god, you just did that. And he feels no pity about what he has to do. He really feels no pity whatsoever of what he is forced to do, and he's completely fine with it. He feels guilt-free, really. That's how he really is. And even Sebastian, in a way, there's a ending monologue at the end of the 10th episode. Yeah, like I said, it's only 10 episodes long. And Sebastian has this very interesting monologue to himself, and it almost sounds like he's disgusted by Ciel. Yeah, Ciel did something so horrible to these kids that were kidnapped and tortured as he was. He did something so horrible to them that even Sebastian was like, man, I am working for a sick fuck. And yeah, like I said, you kind of pity, and you really do like the characters of Joker and the others. They're very likable characters, and their backstory, like I said, is very sad, and you really do want to see them have a good ending. You want to see them have a happy life, but at the same time, they are doing some very despicable things. But what they think is right. They honestly think what they're doing is for a good cause. They honestly believe that what they are, trying to accomplish is something that should be, well, it should be praised. It should be, you know, the norm, and it does feel like the norm for them. We also get some very interesting, a little bit more on, you know, this other servants of the Phantom Hive, of the Phantom Hive mansion. You know, Mayrin and Tanaka and the others. They are badass. There is a moment in here where the Circus lays siege to the Phantom Hive mansion, and dear Lord, these people are terrifying. As we find out that these guys were all special forces, and they were either special forces or, you know, some other background. It turns out that Sebastian had handpicked these people and allowed them to live with the Phantom Hive estate. These people are terrible. You know, they all look like bumbling idiots, but on the inside, they are some horribly dangerous killers. I mean, they are just straight up dangerous and violent, and they are more than willing to, you know, kill someone for their master without a second's hesitation. But yeah, there are some other moments in here. Especially, I like this story of how it's kind of connected between one of the characters, Doll, and CL, and how they kind of form a friendship. But on the inside, CL, like I said, he's so morally gone, and, you know, he's so morally gone and feels like he's above all this. He really does, as he can't really take, he enjoys the high life. You get the sense that he does enjoy being, you know, above everyone else. He enjoys that, and when he can't really cope with pretending to be a poor person, or let alone laugh, or even smile. He hates it. He despises it, and CL in here really makes you go, man, you are a prick. So, but on the other hand, you can't understand what he's doing, but on the other side, you're like, you're a horrible person. You are a truly detestable person, CL. So, yeah, it's a very moral quandary. And like I said, this show is not for the weak. Another thing we can take from this, Grell's back, Grell's back, Grell's back, Grell's back. Oh, I was so happy to see Grell. Granted, Grell doesn't get to do much. He doesn't really get to do much. He just shows up, and he tries looking for Sebastian, but ends up coming upon the fight between the servants of Phantom Hive and the Circus, and he's more like, well, I might as well just stick around. So yeah, I feel like Grell just shows up. We also have another Soul Reaper in here. We also have another Reaper in here whose name I forget. I think his name is like, I'm forgetting his name, but he's a very serious Soul Reaper, and he's also investigating the missing children as well. He's very interested in finding out where the missing children are as well. But yeah, I really do recommend, really highly recommend Black Butler Book of Circus. If you're a Black Butler fan, you might like it, but be warned, if you are like a casual Black Butler fan and more accustomed to like Series 1 and 2, you might want to mentally prepare yourself, because like I said, this is a very dark series. This is a very dark 10-part miniseries. It's very depressing, and you're going to get an emotional sniper rifle is going to hit you with a bullet full of feels about once every 2 episodes, or probably all of them. So yeah, you have been warned. But anyway, so yeah, once again, I really did like Black Butler Book of Circus. I know I did a review of the first 4 episodes, and I was planning on doing a episode review for each episode. I was like, I'm way too far behind. Might as well just do a review on the series on a whole. And here we are. So, once again, hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, if you guys have seen Black Butler Book of Circus, you guys tell me, what did you guys think of it? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? Let me know. And yeah, that's all I have to say about this, so I will see you guys later.